Tesla warns against the wet towel charging trick 2 months too late. X's Grok chatbot is misleading voters about the presidential election. And that Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max streaming bundle is now available. It's Friday, July 26th, and this is Engadget News. Tesla car culture is full of hacks and shortcuts, some more effective than others. One, known as the wet towel trick, required the Tesla charging department, or whatever remains of it, to publicly tell customers to knock it off. The wet towel trick involves wrapping a damp, cool cloth around a supercharger cable handle as a way to presumably speed up the charging time. The supercharger has temperature monitors that keep it from overheating as it charges Tesla vehicles. Some Tesla owners believe that cooling down the charging handle will trick the temperature monitor into topping off their vehicles faster. Here's the problem, at least in Tesla's telling. If the sensor in the charging handle believes that the temperature is lower than it actually is while it's charging, the towel-wrapped charger can create a risk of overheating or damage, according to the company. It's taken more than 2 months for Tesla to warn its customers not to do the wet towel trick on their cars, even after it became a well-known hack on other auto news websites and Reddit forums. The official Tesla charging account on X posted a warning on Wednesday in response to an article from InsideEVs.com explaining the dangerous car charging trick. This kind of epic communication breakdown is what happens when a major automaker does not have a public relations department. Tesla dissolved its entire PR team back in 2020, and Elon Musk publicly refused to hire one on his X account the following year, saying he did not want to spend money on advertising and manipulating public opinion. The U.S. is in the middle of another hotly contested and seemingly close presidential election. This election is also happening in this new age of widespread access to artificial intelligence and easily disseminated misinformation. Minnesota Secretary of State Steve Simon says his office tracked the source of one key piece of election misinformation back to X's Grok chatbot. The Minneapolis Star-Tribune reported that X's premium chatbot service is passing along erroneous information about the deadlines for states' presidential ballots, including Minnesota. When Grok is asked which states' presidential ballot deadlines have passed, Grok claims Alabama, Indiana, Michigan, Minnesota, New Mexico, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Washington have passed their presidential ballots. Grok then sources its information to an X post published on Sunday by user and conservative pundit at Evan A. Kilgore, which does not include a correction or warning about election misinformation. Grok falsely insinuates that President Joe Biden's name cannot be replaced on these 9 states' ballots because the deadlines have passed. President Biden was the presumptive nominee until he announced he would no longer seek a second term on Sunday. The Democratic Party will choose its nominee through a virtual roll call vote ahead of its convention, and states don't start printing ballots until after both conventions. Also, Minnesota's ballot deadline isn't until August 26th. Several fact checks from more reputable news outlets refute the claim that Biden's name is etched into stone on these states' ballots. PolitiFact rated a similar claim with the same list of 9 states as false. Simon says members of his staff tried to inform X about the misinformation their chatbot was spreading on its platform, but could not reach a media relations representative. The response, he says, that they did receive was equally concerning. In essence, they got the equivalent of a shoulder shrug. We knew it was coming, and now it's here. Disney has entered into a partnership with Warner Bros. Discovery to offer an ad-free streaming bundle that includes Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max. The combo pack costs $30 per month, which is a savings of $6 per month when you add it all up. A Disney Plus and Hulu bundle costs $20 a month, and ad-free Max costs $16 per month. So this is a pretty good deal. If you want to save even more money and don't mind lengthy ad breaks interrupting prestige dramas that weren't made with advertisements in mind, there's an ad-filled version of this bundle available for $17 per month. You still get access to all of the content from the 3 streamers. You also get a bunch of ads. This is likely the most budget-friendly way to get your eyeballs on Game of Thrones and Star Wars content. Disney Plus is also home to Marvel HQ, with Agatha All Along and that new Daredevil show premiering in the near future. As for Max, you know the drill. It's HBO that for some reason has been rebranded to suit some corporate mandate nobody quite understands. Well, that means access to the iconic cable network's entire catalog, including The Sopranos, Game of Thrones, The Wire, and so much more. It also streams new shows like House of the Dragon and The Regime. Disney also owns ESPN, which is currently prepping a new streaming sports service by teaming up with Warner Bros. Discovery and Fox Sports. This joint operation will stream events from the NFL, MLB, NHL, and NBA when it launches later this year. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from contributors Danny Gallagher and Lawrence Bonk and was voiced and produced by me, Steve White, from Spoken Layer. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back on Monday with more tech news from Engadget.